Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Harneet Kaur, and today we have the outstanding Saurabh Sharma, founder of the Chakra Lounges and Noonology. I love the name, Saurabh, by the way, of both the places. So,
Thank
welcome to
you.
the show. Welcome to the Business
Nice to have
Online
me.
Interview Series. Saurabh, before we start, just want to share with our viewers that the Chakra Lounges have been recognized as the best Indian inspired casual dining in East Midlands.
That's right, my dear. That's right. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. So, on that note, Saurabh, let's share. Want to hear from you about you and your business.
Okay, just to add on that, we've been selected as the Cafe of the Year as well last year in
Wonderful.
East Midlands. And that is one of the biggest achievement I had. I mean, that was the first one, so it was always close to you. But about me, I'm a normal basic guy from India who came as a student from Amritsar. I did my master's in hospitality
Lovely.
from University of Derby. Then just work here and there. I wanted to go back to India, and then when you're ambitious, you want to see the world and you want to acquire knowledge. I think that got me here. That's where I am because of that, that fire in the belly that I want to do something. If Ambanis can do it, I can do that as well.
Love that fire in the belly, Saurabh.
Yeah.
So currently, where is which all places the Chakra Lounges is there?
Okay. Start from the scratch. My campus was in Buxton, which is a small town in Derby, Derbyshire to be very precise. And I love the place because when we were from India, we would like to go to hill station, Shimla, Uti, and all that. So that Buxton is like that place. I always wanted to be there, and I was there. As I grabbed the opportunity, so I opened my first chakra in 2019 in Buxton. After that, 2020, when mid-pandemic, I opened my second one in Sheffield.
Okay, wonderful.
And just after post-pandemic, I opened a third one in Bakewell.
Wow.
And Noonology is totally separate to Chakra Lounges. It's most like a cafe bar. And that opened this year, 2023, in April.
I'm very intrigued to understand from where, what is the inception of the name Noonology? Sounds really cool.
Okay. Everyone asks me this question, and this is very hilarious, but I would say noon means because we open in the daytime,
Yeah.
and ology because it's a science behind the good food and good drinks. So one thing is ology, or you can say we do cocktails. So the cocktails are called mixology these days. So
Yeah.
noon and ology, it's a play with the words.
Lovely, lovely. So,
Thank
sort
you.
of, if we look at, you from a student to now a business owner, you have cafes in almost like 4 locations.
Yes, we all have cafes in 4 locations, and now we're working on a franchisee. So our first franchisee has been signed. So it's going up north in the country, and hopefully Newcastle area side. So hopefully all doing well. Yeah.
Looking at your journey, what do you attribute your growth to?
I think it's a very good thing. Let me answer this. Maybe not everyone will go with me, but I think your first guru is your parents, and you learn a lot about them, from them, about the world. And I've seen my gurus, especially my mother, not single mother. I mean, she was only the working woman. My dad was trying businesses here and there, but I've seen her struggle, and I've seen my family struggle. So I think I wanted to break the barrier and give them some sort of happy days. So I think that was in my ambition, and that kept me going. Plus, I think I was over ambitious all the time since I was a child. I just wanted to learn different things, see different things. And everyone used to say, I want to be a pilot and I want to be a doctor. And I always used to say, Mom, I want to have a franchises one day. And I think I manifested that so much that eventually I'm here.
Love that. Love that. I think we need to give some credit to the fire in your belly who brought you.
Fire in the belly. Yeah. But I think that my mother, she motivated me a lot. She was a teacher, and she used to travel 1.5 hour every morning to the school. She was in a remote village, and I've seen her struggle. I've seen my father try to do different things, and I think no, I was born in this family, but I want to give a better future to my upcoming generations. and to my parents who sacrificed so much for us. So me and my brother, even though we came from a modest family, we went to the best schools in the town and we had the best education. So I said, no, it's my time to give it back.
Wonderful, wonderful, Saurabh. Quite inspiring to hear, it's like from where you start and then where you are currently, very inspiring. So if you look at from a business perspective, what has been your biggest learnings, coming up with so many new places and new businesses?
Okay, it varies from person to person. It varies from country and demographics. In my personal opinion, in my personal capacity, I think I should learn to say no and when to say no. Because I've been from a modest family, I was trying to help everyone, even my team members and my staff members. I never say no to anyone. I try not to, and I'll go out of the way to help them. I'm not flaunting it, but this is my drawback. I shouldn't be doing this, but I've learned this hard way. So learn to say no. I think that is the biggest, and it will work in favor of you in a longer run. So I think that is one key thing which I would say.
That's a good advice. Learn to say no. In fact, I was reading a book, and this is an art similar to sort of what you just said. Not many people know this, and it's like, how do you adapt, or how do you learn this art, because it helps you so much in long run.
I think we are people pleasers, and we don't want to. It's like a clan, we are human, we are a species, but we're still into that sort of acceptance mode that, okay, the people around us, they should accept us. It's like we're still monkeys in a way, that we need to stay in the same group. But I don't think so. You need to do that, because if you have your own journey and no one's going to help in your journey, you on your own, and you need to say no when you don't want to go out of your way and make your family struggle just to please everyone else.
So,
it might come across wrong. Sorry, go ahead.
No, say that.
It might come across wrong, but in this practical world, the ever-changing world, this is very much need of the hour.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you. I mean, this is very important. Reflecting on your journey, where you are, if you look back and if you had to start everything from square one, what would you do differently?
Okay. The first thing I've already mentioned, that say no. And that is one thing. Don't trust easily. Don't go with CVs, what people say. Go with your gut. And keep your closer ones very close to you. People who are good to you, keep them closer. Help them and treat them as a family. And machineries, businesses, motor, brakes, it doesn't work in any way. If you have a good team, good people around you, it will just not make you a business boom, but it will help you to grow as a person, because that is mental health. If the person are happy around you, you're going to pick up on that, and you're going to be in a positive way. You're going to be in a positive mood every day you see them. It's not, people are not dragging you down. And when you're running a business, you're like an train engine. If you go down, if you go flat, the whole buggies in the back, they're going to go flat as well. So you need to make sure you are always charged, positive, and ready to pull.
Absolutely.
Ready to push as well sometimes.
Absolutely.
So have your boundaries there.
I think this is so important from an employer point of view, because you're generating employment for so many people. And then, having that the right, I mean, you're moving into the role of being a leader is so important. People are looking up to you. So well said, Saurabh. Often I've spoken to a lot of business owners, and I see that their business challenges are either of, whatever business challenges are, either it's related to money or time or team. Yeah. Where do you see the business challenge, if there is any? I mean, out of all these three, where do you see the challenge?
This is a very good combination. We don't call it TNT. We call him TMT, with time, money, and team. So it's a big dynamite. If they explode, I mean that's gonna make a lot of damage. So you said it right. You're correct there. Time working in 4 places. I mean that's just 4 places in my perspective, but money is one issue because since COVID things have gone up so much, and one of the countries I live in, there's so many taxes. It's a heavily taxed country, and labor cost is quite a lot. It's not like some other countries where, I mean, I was looking at one of those case studies in Murtal restaurant, and his wage cost was 12%. And I said, it can't be 12% in this country. It should be nearly 33%. And that is a big chunk of profit. So there is these kind of issues. But I think finding a right person is a major concern. And in my opinion, out of 20, you get one person who's ready to do that. You're not asking for anything extraordinary. You're asking for someone to do their job nice and tidy, and who's ready to focus on what they got. So I think finding that person is a key. And out of 20 only, if you're lucky, you get one. So money, okay, business is up and downs all this time. If you can hold on to your overheads, if you can hold on to your expenses, if you can control that, I think it's fine. But with the team, you are not on the floor all the time. Your team is there. And if the team is not good, everything's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you see the team is the biggest challenge in the industry coming on.
Especially in hospitality, where everything is based on face-to-face conversations with team.
Absolutely. So, when you are, because you're an employer, Saurabh, so what sort of qualities do you look in your employees? And, when you hire them, what do you do to create that environment, wherein an employee can be long-term and it's a positive environment? What do you do to create that?
Okay, I don't want to be rude, but with all due respect, my brother, he came from India. And he came, and he's a chef in one of my locations. He's very close to me. He's my best friend as well. And he saw me mopping and sweeping the floor. And because I'm his brother, and he thought, why I'm doing this? And then he thought that I have 4 businesses and I'm still doing this. So I said, if you treat your team not as a boss, as a team player, and I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I'm on the floor working with them. I'm trying to cover them. So I don't treat myself as a boss, even though I have a responsibility. I'm paying the bills. I have to run the business organization. So I have a thin line. But as much as I can, I try to go on the floor, speak to them, get my hands dirty, see what things are, and keeping them as a family together. Treat them as a family. And I think that is how I try my best. I might fail sometimes. People might take a mickey. I mean, take me for a ride sometimes. But that is when I was working for someone. That time I learned what not to do with the staff member.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that with my staff members.
Yeah.
So I refrain.
Yeah.
Calling them my employees. I refrain them calling me as a boss. So we call them as a team members or family, or they call me just with my name. So, that is something I really want to emphasize on my team. And we have a multicultural team. Sometimes they are very good with English. Some of them are not. And different locations are like, it's not close to each other. But we try to have a social gathering together. We play, let's say for Uno, we go for drinks, just to get everyone together. So they know each other.
Lovely. It clearly seems that you have a very good bonding. It's like treat people the way you want them to be treated, the way you want them to treat you. So life is like a mirror. So
try our best. Not everyone gonna compensate you the way you want them to be. Compensate is an expectation which you shouldn't expect. But as a business owner, you are paying them money. You should expect something in return in terms of a work or services, but not in terms of special treatment again towards you. They're doing the job, but you look after them like they are your own family. And having said that, just look into this. You spend more time with them on the office or on the floor. you go home, you spend time with your family for a few hours, then you could just go to bed.
Mm.
Technically, you spend more time with them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Saurabh, what's the vision for future?
No expectations. Just work hard. Try to make my family proud. Try to help people around you who needs a guidance. If you can help them or guide them in any single way, just with a penny or maybe whatever you can do, I think that will, as a person, it will make you grow, feel happy, and they will look after you if you look after them. And having a franchisee, that is one thing I'm really, really keen on. I'm working on my property portfolio as well, buy-to-let properties. So I think, general, in 5 years' time, 6 years' time, 10 years' time, I want to be stress-free. I got that, what do you call it? Chakras spinning, all my locations, and they're spinning on their own.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm done. I've done my job.
How many franchisees do you plan in the
I
next?
plan for a year. That's my
For a
plan.
year.
For a year. I try not to be very optimistic. It's very hard to have a quality control otherwise. But for a year will be okay. I don't want to be super rich. I don't want to drive Ferraris. I don't want to have I live a very humble life. And no one knows about me. I'm not a face of Chakra Lounge. I keep myself at the back. No, you can't find me unless someone else nominated me. And it's good. I'm the background pushing them, and Chakra, my team, is my front face.
Yeah. So thank you for taking time out today. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. And the entire all your growth and your journey speaks about the humility and the hard work you've done and the passion you have for your team members and for the people you're serving every day and your family.
It's been an honor.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Saurabh,
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us. Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, guys.